Welcome back. In this video I'm going to be covering the camp prior to Fredericksburg. So the first thing is my original plan was to put the final point into Econ, but after looking at the deployments for this battle, I think I'm actually going to go up to AO10. The reason for this is if you have 5 cores, you can put 9 men in this core, or 9 units in this core, and 10 units in this core, and these 9 will spawn immediately on this flank, and these 10 will spawn on the board edge on this flank. So you can get units into the fight much faster than if you put them in the center and wait for them to to open up and then ship them over. So I'm going to have a really strong core on this side, a really strong core on this side, and then I'm going to have a token amount of force and maybe some cavalry or something in here to mop up at the end. So we're going to have, let's get people swapped out. We're going to have Lee commanding Mary's Heights flank, and he's going to get the, drum standard boring setup, because, well, in my opinion, in most cases, this is just better than the other options, or at least the most generically useful. With the amount of artillery I use, I'd almost consider an artillery officer. Depending on who I put in command of these back units, I might actually set one up. We'll see. Transfer all of these units over here. It's going to hold Prospect Hill, and then we have this to spread out later. All the cavalry can go, actually, all the cavalry can go in here for now. It's going to need a pretty good general to keep them all up to snuff anyways, so that might actually be where they end up. And as you can see, I have a lot of officers I'm going to have to replace. I did reorder all this off stream, just to save everyone some time. Okay, let's get these sorted out. So for reputation, I'm going to buy the Enfields, and I changed my mind. I was originally going to buy the CS Richmonds, but I want a few more 24-pounders to cover the long area on Prospect Hill, so I'm going to grab these, and that'll give us a little extra no morale effect, which is actually kind of useful since we'll end up in melee along the sunken road. And then I'll have some extra leeway later on in the campaign as well. So I'm giving my best artillery the 24-pounders again, just because I want to thin out the Union infantry as fast as possible. I'll have enough counter battery that I'll be able to take out the artillery at a decent pace. So bring 3 units in here. You're going to get swapped out to Whitworth's. I'm going to bring 3 units of snipers. I'm going to use them to get rid of a lot of the Union artillery. I don't really want to have to put... Let's see if we can get away with 5,000. Actually, that's probably more than we need. How much... See, that's enough. More than I needed, but oh well. Okay, so 3 units of that. These. Keep them down here. I'm gonna bring the Whitworth with me. It's going to be a pretty easy place to set up, and they can just shoot all battle. swap him out, we can get a second star. And for this unit, the Whitworth already fires pretty quickly, I think, so we're going to take the extra accuracy. This unit should never be in range to get hit by anything, so might as well give it as much damage as it can, because the Whitworth base damage is pretty low. The damage is actually, if I'm remembering right, the average damage is about the same as a 6-pounder, really, but if you were shooting it close to maximum range, then you do pretty decent, and the utility is worthwhile, but the low damage is why I don't like this weapon too much. I think that's when I bring base. Actually, what other good artillery do I have? All this is going to Prospect Hill. Might end up grabbing this. Or I'll just swap these guys out. Actually, your stats are not good. You're decent. You're okay. We're gonna grab these two.
Yes, sir.
I could go up to 10 here, but I'm going to stay at 8, partially due to scaling, though I think I'm well below it in this battle. But if I leave this off, then I'll be closer to getting a second unit. I'd rather have 2 units than one with 12. Okay, got that. I think I'm going to set up, so 2 slots left.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and do this now. Not sure you're quite enough to give me a star. You are. I'll probably up them later, but I don't have quite enough weapons until I shift stuff around. That's pretty high. Probably need at least a general. Yeah. So I'm going to try just doing 2,500 and see where that gets me. I may decide to start dumping more into veterans later, but
Yes, sir.
for now I'm going to go with this and invest my money elsewhere. Because these units are still pretty decent, even with not preserving their stats. These guys might need a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. Give you an extra 1,000.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to buy these anyways, so I'm fine with experimenting. There we go. Not gonna keep the star on you though. It'd be nice, but we'll see how this goes.
Sir, yes, sir.
And actually, for these 1-star units, I'm going to bring them all the way up to 1250. Just to give them a little bit more staying power, since these guys are going to be on the wall. And casualties are pretty much inevitable. You can do it with with just 1100.
Yes, sir.
But the units will be in a little bit better shape at the end. With the extra buffer. Can't remember if I did this already. Double check. Get away with rookies there. It's always nice. Still veterans until we hit 3-star.
Yes, sir. Form line.
Leave the 1-stars with Enfields unless it turns out we have enough Harper's Ferries, but I don't think we do. I'm going to swap to Enfields for the slightly higher melee value. That would be the big advantage of swapping these guys. Oh wait, no, these guys have... Harper's Ferry has worse melee. Need the Richmonds to go back up again. Or the Lorenzes, but I don't have too many. Well, this is fine.
Yes, sir.
Probably need a general. That was a little overkill. Maybe it'll stay 2-star. We'll see how this goes. So 140, if we go up to 2-star, 230, so about another 100. That'd be pretty expensive, so nope. You all do a little bit more, and keep that star.
Yes, sir.
Nah, well, I'll find a different officer somewhere. Probably just do it right here, actually.
Yes, sir.
Nope, not good enough. Oh well, I'll find it later. Okay, so I think that's going to be up for the division that's going to hold Mary's Heights. Got plenty of infantry, a lot of guns, and we'll have more backup on the way as well. So I think we're going to do you next. This is going to be the main unit that holds Prospect Hill. Some of these 2-star units I'm skipping using any veterans on. They're high enough, they should be fine. Actually, no, you can stay there. Where's our extra stuff? Okay, you're going to come down.
Yes, sir.
So the reason I'm sticking with 250 with all the snipers, well, except for these guys, which I boosted up a little bit and then promptly got a bunch of them killed, is because I just don't have enough of the good rifles to improve them. Eventually I'll push it up higher, but for now I'd rather have more units, so they're staying small. So we got two units of 24 pounders, and we have any of them left? Oh yeah, we do have some left. So we have 7 in the shop, and I don't think I have another unit that only has 7 slots. You can probably get a star. Oh, right, because I pulled an officer out of you. Okay, so first of all, let's get another unit to 8. So 1, 2. You're going to be the 7. I don't think I have another 2-star. Sure, go to you.
Yes, sir.
I suppose the perks don't matter a whole lot, but it does give you the efficiency bonus, so you get the damage from there. Okay, probably back to the infantry. We'll buy a major.
Yes,
great, you're... Oh, nope, you're going to need something better than that. Almost out of Enfield, so we're going to have to start doing rifle stuff soon. Actually, let's do these guys first to find out how many Harper's Ferries we're going to have left. I could risk using the Fayetteville again, but nah, I'm going to hold off. Wait, you're almost 3-star. Care about holding that? I don't think we do. Extra damage from firearms and stuff and efficiency is nice, but
Sir, yes, sir.
too expensive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For units that have the perk, I'm probably going to pay to keep it, so this one's going to be a little bit more expensive. We'll see how that goes if I take high casualties in further battles. Maybe I'll change my mind, but for this one, oh, come on. Took way too many casualties to the unit, apparently. Still not there. Okay, we're going to do this, and we're just going to go find a better officer.
Yes, sir.
Oops. I just bought 42s, which I didn't really want to do, but oh well. There's worse things.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
37, that's good enough. I'll give you something a little bit better. Sure, you can take these. These units I'm not going to put up to 1250. They aren't going to need it. Even number of 42s, I can live with that. Okay, so what do we have left to work with? Just under 2,000 of those. So probably, do I have any other 2-star units left? You're close. You have a pretty bad officer, I could probably do it. Oh, you already have 42s. Oh, that's not enough. Oh well. So you have 47 firearms. Let's find someone else of similar. Already have Harper's Ferries. Let's get you up there. Just double checking what I haven't touched yet. We're still doing fine on money. You're fine. You're a little low. You're all fine. So we can do one more unit with that. Sure, we'll give it to you. Then you get an upgrade. probably more of a side grade, if anything. I'm going to buy a few more of these. They're fine. I should eventually phase these out. Once I have 10 econ, I'll probably just start selling them. Maybe. I don't know. I like having the spare rifles around because there's always random battles where it's nice to be able to just throw out tons of extra units if you can. So, 35, 37. You get these.
Yes, sir.
And again, these units I'm also not buffing up to 1250. I'm not going to need it. Position on Prospect Hill is actually pretty decent. So I'm just not going to take as many casualties over there. So what do we have left to work with? These, which I don't really want to use, just because I'm going to lose track of them and take losses on them that I shouldn't, and it's just a waste of money. I'm probably honestly not going to use these much at all, because I only really use weapons that's expensive if I can capture them. Alright, got about 3k worth of 42s, and then scraps. So if I do 1400, I can get 2 more units out. Okay. Trying to decide what's next. Okay, so we've got artillery. I never remember if I've done this, so I just always keep double checking. I'm actually going to give you parrots. And the reason I'm bringing so many of these parrots, well, one, I have a lot of them, and two, it lets me just completely stomp any artillery that gets anywhere near me.
Yes, sir.
I guess those are rookies. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 24 pounders. And then we've got 2 Tredigars, I think. Maybe I converted one of them. Maybe you can have Tredigars. Nope. There he is. Okay, 2 of those, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Oh, I don't think I put the Weirds out. Sure. Move you over. Set another one up.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, looking good so far. What do I have left? Bunch of artillery, do stuff with cavalry, I could do skirmishers. Don't know if I'm going to put any cavalry. I think the cavalry is going to go in the middle. Because it's not super useful on either flank. There's places you can use it. The problem is on Prospect Hill's side, there's some pretty strong cavalry running around, and I don't want to bring enough to oppose it. And then on Mary's Heights, there's some cavalry that comes in the second phase, which is sort of problematic. But until you really start grinding down the Union force over there, you just don't get anywhere with cavalry. So I'm going to leave these about the size they are. Go a little bigger. Should probably switch these off of the sawed-offs at some point, but the only thing I have available is these Remingtons, which I don't really like, so...
Sir, yes, sir!
Sure, for now... not sure I want to do this. Did I get that second sniper unit created? I don't remember. So I have one here. Okay, you're going to move, because we need another sniper. Okay, also need an extra general. Longstreet can cover this one. Pull Jackson. I don't think I have any other lieutenant generals. I do not.
Yes, sir.
We need something better there. That's a huge command hit. But for now, we're going to put Jackson over here. What does he have? Speed. Okay, so you are going to be... Sure, we'll give him double speed. We'll put him on the Mary's Heights side, where he is going to be rushing a couple units over. Give him 1, 2. Sure, we'll do that, and I think we're going to fill the rest of this with artillery. Actually, no, I have 1, 2 specialty units. Sure, wait, what's the melee value on these things? This is a little better. So this unit has one very specific point, which is going to be to try and steal supply wagons and to run interference for my snipers.
sir.
I'll go officer hunting later and see if I can do anything about this, but if not, this will be fine. Do I want more infantry or not? I think I'm actually going to send the infantry back over. How many units do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, I'm going to need more infantry than that. I'm going to send him 3rd and 4th Division as opposed to 1st Division, I think. 1st Division has some of my best units in it, so let's not set them on the wall. Okay, so that gets me 4 10-pounder batteries, blocking force. Buy a few more. Okay, so this should be more than enough to keep units rotating at Mary's Heights and come out in decent shape. Got the artillery I need. I could put cavalry here. I think I'm going to. I'm going to build a cheap cavalry unit. I want to trade for it. I have to find a different officer later. So between these two guys, I can keep my skirmishers, I can keep my snipers safe, hopefully, and then I can pop out and grab supply wagons. Because you eventually run into the problem, you kill everything off, and the supply wagons are sitting around and blocking your vision, or revealing you if you get too close. Okay, so that flank's good. Now we have 9 units left. And some extra stuff there. I'm actually going to bring the dragoons over here. They'll actually be kind of useful. I can move them around, and if I see a supply wagon, I'll grab it. But I think another artillery unit. Actually, I have less artillery over here than I think I'd like. So this way, these units are going to sit in the center. Probably going to have to build some extra stuff to. I want a little bit more in the center. Everything that comes that way should be pretty mauled. but don't want to.
Sir.
Well, I guess I could give up that point entirely. It doesn't even really matter if I hold the other two sides, but more kills if I have units there. Okay, so that's all I can bring in that set. I don't need anything else. I think I'm going to put some extra units in here, but we still have 10,000 remaining. I don't think I'm going to use everything. Actually, I should make sure this is filled. Actually, still have majors left. Should go officer hunting while I can.
Yes, sir.
Oh, one moment. Sorry for the delay. That should help. That's getting better. Okay, that's acceptable. I think we're gonna swap you. That command's real low. We need to get something better in there. Oh wow, that efficiency is super high. Let's get you up here as well. There we go. Sure, you can get a lieutenant colonel. That's overkill. It'll be fine. Okay. Good. It's a little low. Good enough.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave the captain there. These are the ones that need to get updated. Is that enough for a star? Not quite.
Yes, sir.
Put some generals in here.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright, now we're coming up with all the officers we need.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh, did I never upgrade? Oops, I missed some units. What are we gonna do about this? Okay. Don't have much to work with. We got some Springfields. Wait, what do I have? 1,400 of those. Did I disband a unit? There we go. You're pretty decent. Let's swap you out. Put in the 2,500. Upgrade to rookie. Oops. Do I have enough? And yeah, we'll just buy the rifles. You're at 29. It's not great. Do we just stick with these? I think I'm just going to leave this guy as is. Okay, that gave us a decent officer backlog.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's see what we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bunch of captains. We could actually do quite a bit if we wanted to. I think I'm going to put some more stuff in here. Might as well get the experience, and more artillery is never bad. I think we have rifles, right? Having some extra units in the middle will give us a little more flexibility if one flank or the other needs some help, or if more stuff makes it through than expected. Sure, we'll put another cheap unit of you guys together. Part of the reason I can do this is there's no skirmishers on this map for the Union, so I can just get away with pushing stuff, bringing more extra, and then I'll just disband them afterwards. This again will be useful for going into the city to capture supply wagons or finding out if there's artillery hidden, because some of the view lines are kind of bad. Not sure if it's worth bringing much else. I could scrap together some units of 500 of these, just merge them, bring some more artillery, bring some more cavalry, but that's probably going to influence scaling. Or you just save the money. I think I'm going to go saving the money. I think this is going to be more than enough. Really, it's probably complete overkill. I probably could have done this with 10,000 less men. Let's see what this looks like. Whoops. That's the 10. No, I've done something wrong here. You go in the middle, right? Don't remember what my officers look like. So you have speed and experience. All speed. Wait, I've got something confused here. Yeah, you can only have... Wait. No, you have the 10. You have the... I think this guy's supposed to be 9. I think I was putting units in the wrong place. So I think this guy... Yeah, this guy's going in the middle. So it's extra stuff. So now we've got... We got 8. Okay, so one more can come down. That leaves me with only 3 infantry units in the center. Okay, I changed my mind. Want a little bit more than that. These guys will just get combined. Got the cavalry, got some artillery. Sure, I'm gonna bring some extra of these guys. Might as well get experience, and if something goes wrong, then I can just throw them at something and delay them. Wait, I need one more unit here. Sure, bring you. So 10, 9, full, scraps. supply. Alright. 57,000 men, 270 guns. We're going to be facing around 100,000 and like 250 guns. So this is going to be complete overkill. Actually, this is a bit higher than I did. I did some testing. I wonder if I'll trigger scaling a little bit, but no matter either way. So yeah, this is what we're going to go in with. For those of you who stuck around, thanks for bearing with me. Hope you learned something. I'll be back in a bit with the battle.